We're here right now to talk about a movie that we fucking anticipate.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh.
Great. We got to start doing it the right way.
Are we done with the schedule?
Yes.
Great fucking intro.
Great intro. Who wrote it?
JC, like always. Real quick, though, send a shout out. Previous guest, Liana Paralia, and her new husband, David, on their recent marriage.
Yes, congratulations.
We talked to her when she was dress searching, and
saw
congratulations to you
I
guys.
saw some of those pictures on Instagram.
Yeah,
She
looked
Congrats.
awesome.
She looked phenomenal.
Enjoy your honeymoon, guys.
Looked great. I hope you have a happy life together. Did you also happen to see any of the videos and pictures from the filming of the Friday the 13th series?
I saw some of them, yeah. Right.
Back on the street where we were.
Yeah.
Right outside Village Sundays, aiming across the street.
Right at Roy's fucking theater. And you see him getting all fucking
It was
flustered.
Shannon's birthday still.
Get your fucking production away from my theater, fuckers.
It looked
It's
great.
Janelle's birthday today.
It looked great.
Linda Cardellini is going to be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So is this going to be the origin story of like Crazy Ralph? Because I noticed he's in every fucking picture.
It must be.
Yeah. Did you hear how he wasn't even saying you're doomed? He was saying you're in trouble. Okay. You're in trouble. He hasn't graduated to.
Wait till your father gets home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doomed. You're just in trouble right now.
You're fucked.
Fuckers.
Okay, that's how it should be. You're fucked.
You're fucked.
Yes.
You're fucked. If you go to the camp, you're fucked. But we're not here talking about.
No.
We've already had 18 false starts on this.
Yeah.
Let's just
Well,
go with it.
what do we got? Yeah, Danny C.
So, Kevin, Two-Eyed Kevin.
Two-Eyed Kevin. Yes, we love Two-Eyed Kevin.
He also
Sometimes.
Great insight.
He also gave me a work-in question for the team for this episode.
Oh.
Cold open.
Is this like a new segment on the show?
This is like
I
a
didn't
thing.
realize.
It's Two-Eyed Kevin pisses us off.
Right.
Throws us a bone.
He says, I don't think gonna like this.
Oh,
Haha.
fuck.
Oh,
What?
I didn't know I was going to have to start my rant.
when do I get a roast?
Kevin, I'm not. Stop cursing. Fuck.
Fuckity fuck, right?
Fuckers.
All right. So this is
here.
the one question.
Shut your fucking face, two-eyed fucker.
That's amazing.
That's fucking classic,
Oh, my
dude.
God.
This is a good question.
Go ahead.
All right, I get it out. Would you rather be targeted by John Kramer or a death from Final Destination?
So
Would I
are we,
rat-
So
are
wait,
we
is this
talking like
directed
how
to
it feels
him?
and shit?
This is what he saw on Reddit, and he's like, "Hey, I want to hear you guys answer to this."
All right, so we can all contribute
Yes,
to this because that
absolutely.
didn't sound fair that it goes straight.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
all right.
It was for the whole entire.
So do
So-
we want to go out by John or death?
right. Or,
That's my final destination, dude. Fuck, I don't want to be in one of those fucking traps
Yeah, that's
where I'm
true.
fucking waiting
Smash
for
me
my
like the
death
little
in
kid
some
looking at the pigeon and shit.
Yeah, some
Make me
horrible
fucking
way.
A slushy.
put a log through my fucking head
I
real
don't know.
quick.
That one was rough.
That was rough, but it ends quick. The other one is saw your bone off, do this.
The worst
Suck
this
out the
out.
bone marrow.
Yeah, suck the bone marrow
He
out your
spilled the
ass.
coffee on him. He fucking torched his balls, and then he becomes a smither.
No. I Two-Eyed Kevin, thank you for the question. I will gladly take any Final
I
Destination.
agree.
Bill.
I agree.
Yeah.
What
I'm
if
not
we're talking the
sitting in it.
tar bath on the bridge?
I don't want to be in a trap. I don't want to be in a trap that I know I can't get out of, and I got to go against the clock. Too much fucking anxiety.
that's like-
it's bad enough I'm going to die, but I got to be anxious when I'm dying?
That's like the
No.
rack that you guys voted out in the first fucking round of the bracket.
Whoa.
I stand by that.
What do we vote?
It's definitely a great trap, but I hear so many people put that at the top of their list, and it's like it's a good one.
It's when he's twisting all your legs and arms and shit.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
it's not death by motorboat.
Right.
Not that wreck.
No, not at all.
I'm
That's
gonna-
a good one. I would love to die that way.
I'm gonna say if I'm gonna die, I'm going out in style. Final Destination is the way I
Damn
would go.
right.
Dave?
I don't know. I'm very stubborn and very competitive with a lot of things, so I feel like having even that sliver of a chance, especially if we're talking early Kramer, I might have to do that.
Okay.
To be fair,
Because like
technically you can escape the death in Kramer.
you're not guaranteed to
Yeah.
die. It's just a matter of what you're
That's
willing.
going to get you in Final Destination.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
Kevin's response was. John Kramer, I'll have an actual chance of living and not living in fear or
You
paranoia
might
for the
be
rest
a
of my
fucking
life.
peg leg though, moving forward, but you have a chance.
Yeah.
And once you get out of the trap, the deal's done. You're good. Death would just be trying to get you constantly. is what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna say.
true. He does have a good point. Why does fucking Two-Eyed Kevin always make sense?
Oh, but
Great
I'm the
insight.
asshole when I said it in a much more vague and wordy way.
No, I'm going out in style.
Yeah, I still want to get
Yeah.
crushed into a fucking slushy.
There's no right or wrong answer in any of this. So.
I don't want the nail gun now. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
but see, you're safe because, especially if that's a warehouse where they're selling nail guns, they don't just go off like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so Two-Eye Kevin blessed
Thank you
us
for the question.
with another question for us. So enjoy it.
Now we got to come up with a name and maybe a theme song for this. Anybody listening out there, our new segment on
Throw us a bone.
Two-Eyed Kevin asks us random shit.
Yeah. I'm ready to talk the fucking main event we came here for.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The #1 movie in the country.
We've been anticipating this movie for quite some time,
And
fellow horror nerds.
I can't tell you if it lived up till we talk about it.
Did you see the trailer for it?
Nope.
I only saw weapons.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
Even to this day, I'm not watching the trailer. Fuck that.
JC, did you happen to check out the trailer for this movie?
I saw the first trailer, and I purposely stood away from everything else afterwards. I did not listen to anybody talk about it. I did not watch anything on YouTube. I saw the first trailer, and that was it.
The most I caught was, I mean, it would have just been easy to like not go online, but everybody like, oh, going in to watch right now, and then you follow up on it later. This is the greatest movie that was ever made ever.
You mean like Long Legs?
Yeah.
No, I feel like Long Legs was a little more corporate hype and not as much like word of mouth stuff. Not saying it wasn't there, whereas this was just people walking out of the theater being like, I just came like 12 times.
I came too.
So
Yeah. I came twice.
I went.
It's been
Well, I went and then I came home, but
Yeah, I came there.
I'm not a pervert like you guys.
Yeah, this
Whoa.
is Yo. Really? Okay.
I'm a pervert in my own way.
Yes.
I'm not a pervert like you guys.
I don't even know where to begin with this fucking movie.
I listen, I watched both trailers and I thought
a true story.
yes. This is definitely a true story. If you haven't watched this, we're spoiling the shit out of this movie, okay?
Yeah,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Absolutely, we are spoiling it.
There is no fabrication in this story. It's just my balls.
Please do not listen if you haven't watched, because you need to go. You need to go into this movie without
Yeah, as blind
blind
as
as
humanly possible.
yeah.
Like
and
Stevie
just-
Wonder, that shit.
As
Just
blind
let it
as
go.
don't breathe.
Zach Cregger does the movie. He directs it. He's did Barbarian.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
is it
Yeah.
Cregger or Cregger?
Cregger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And kudos to him, man. 2 in a row.
Yeah.
This is an exciting fucking director, up and coming, man. I'm excited for what he's gonna do next.
So
because-
I listened to him on a podcast after I saw this movie, and I hope one day we can have him on. I wanted to save this thought until we were live and recording. The guy's very intelligent. Every little nuance within this movie was done intentionally, even to the point. I know I'm going to go a little into the movie, but we'll bring it back in a second. When the kid is opening up the fucking soup, and he has to use a normal can opener, and he's struggling with it, to the point that Zach Cregger made sure the next time the kid went and brought more soup back, it was the easy pop can, to show that the kid's intelligent and he knows what he's doing. So it wasn't just, your typical fucking horror kid that don't know what the fuck, and the kid knew what the fuck he was doing. But again, small nuances. He did it in Barbarian, he's done it in this movie, and we'll get into a lot more. I just wanted to bring that up right from the start.
Yeah, for the most part, everybody, like no one was a typical horror person. Everybody, to some extent, had a brain.
Yeah, and I think that the movie, it jumps right in, right? I think when you watch the trailer, and I know, Joe, you didn't watch the trailer, but you get the background story a little bit of there's these kids that went missing in this woman's classroom. Nobody knows where they disappeared to. Some shit went down, and it kind of leads you into, all right, well, I'm intrigued by this kids that are like running out of their house and whatnot. So, and it has a good cast too. Julia Gardner, Josh Brolin. We even get a cameo from one of our favorites, Justin Long, too. But
And I believe Sarah Paxton was in
Sarah
it.
Paxton was in it too.
She was
the wife.
the mom in
Yeah.
that.
And you also got Benedict Wong.
Yes.
If you ever seen him in Doctor Strange.
Wong.
I liked how it also went into the characters, because once you see, Justine's name pop up, and it's like, oh, it's going to be broken down like this.
yeah, it's almost
But-
like Pulp Fiction type.
Yeah, it does it
Yeah.
for a reason, because it wants to center on their arc at the moment.
I want to talk about that a little bit though, because let me,
Yes.
and I don't know where we want to start, whether we want.
No, we're just diving
We're just
in.
going to dive in.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start right.
This
from
is a
the beginning.
multi-perspective movie.
This,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to start right from the beginning, and as I'm watching this, right, it almost took me out of the movie a little bit. I did not like the music they chose to show those kids running out of their houses. I thought you could have. It
was a Machine Head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we need more machine.
No, it wasn't that. Listen, I've heard others talk about this. Possessed by Horror talked about it. They all, and I was like, holy shit, spot fucking on. Everybody was talking about it. The music was not creepy music. It didn't get me into the vibe that these kids at 217, I'm watching them leave their fucking house now, and I'm watching them leave their house to some rodeo fucking music.
Yeah, but it
bothered me.
He did intentionally pick that Harrison song, though.
I understand
because of the lyrics.
I understand that, but it didn't put me into like, holy shit, what the fuck, man? They could have did more of a creepy vibe song, is all I'm saying.
Only at the play,
and a lot of people talked about that as well. Didn't hurt anything. Don't get me wrong. Didn't hurt anything at all.
I would say if you put too creepy of music in at that moment, since it's the very beginning of the film, you're almost not giving away what's going to happen, because for a long time.
Yeah, but you're in a horror movie, dude. You're in a horror movie.
Yes,
what the fuck?
No, this is true. But even up until the point that Josh Brolin's character starts fucking drawing perpendicular lines and shit on the fucking map, and he thinks that maybe the cell tower or some shit has something to do with it. We don't know.
Yeah.
And then obviously we learn how fucking sick.
Gonna learn today.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is the song didn't fit what I was watching. That's all I'm saying. It didn't hurt the movie. It didn't. It was okay, that's interesting.
See,
I'm not sure if I'm feeling this song right now for what I'm watching. I'm watching something unfold that's pretty fucking creepy.
Give me some ideas. I would want to hear it.
Give me in the mood.
Right, but I guess give me some ideas of some songs.
I don't need a song with lyrics, Dan. I need just a creepy background score. That's all I need. I'm watching 17 kids. I'm watching 17 kids run out of the house, and this is kicking off the movie. Everything starts here. This is a creepy fucking thing that can't be explained, and I'm doing it to, I don't know what the fuck song that was.
Like it should have been Comfortably Numb. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't need a song to have lyrics during that time. I needed moody, atmospheric music in the background.
Did you mind the way the kids ran out with their arms in the air?
No, and I understood why he did that. It was for that one picture. I was watching a video, and I forget, it was some little girl in some other country, and it was a napalm bomb or something like that.
Oh yeah, Napalm Girl.
Yeah, she was Napalm Girl. She was running like that, so that's kind of. I didn't have a problem with that. I thought that was creepy. I thought it added to it. The music didn't match.
No, I get it.
And that was and I heard a lot of people when I was watching reviews.
It didn't
point
defer
that
me.
out.
It didn't defer me.
It didn't do anything. It just.
It's like that's a weird choice of music.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what it was.
I got
for
you.
me. That's what it was for me.
And I get it, right? Where they're trying to hurry up and tell a quick story, a quick synopsis of what happened, right? These kids went missing out of this, this lady's class, and all the kids went missing except for one, which was a kid named Alex, right? So where did they all go? And they show people were searching for them. They can never find them. They just disappeared into the night, and then they show all the video cameras, and they kind of just get into it right away. So that's when it leads.
Well, not right away. A few months later.
A few months. Well,
was it 1 or 2?
No, it was like a month later. I think it came down to a month later from when they disappeared. So then they show that she was getting questioned. Justine was getting questioned. She was the teacher. Alex, the kid, was getting questioned. Everything was getting broken down. They were questioning all the parents. They have no idea. They were pulling They were pulling all the Ring cameras and seeing how they all left and where did they all leave to. And it's just they all disappeared at the same time. 217. So, and then it kind of starts with Justine.
There were many elements to the movie that I really liked, but I think possibly my favorite element was the restraint in the movie, like across the board. Like the sound design, there were a couple like textbook jump scares, but a lot of the handful of scares that they had in there, they didn't play it up. They just let the scene play out for what it was. And it was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that?
Right. Which sucked for me about the sound quality and everything about those little jump scares, because I got fucked in the theater I was in.
I did see a few other people post though. I don't know if it was just the same company or maybe they were at the same theater. I didn't really pay attention. Like I'm just scrolling through and it's like, oh, I saw it. This is what I think. But I heard at least 2 other people mention that the sound was way low on theirs.
Yeah, I don't know if that was from the system itself they have set up, but like the first 15 to 20 minutes, it was real low that everybody just stopped eating because they were invested into the movie and couldn't really hear a lot of it. Mm-hmm. And then when certain sounds got really loud or the music went on, then it gets a little bit louder, but it then picked up later on in the movie. I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
But yeah, like I said, the whole thing, like I'm thinking about like the car scene. Like there were so many things they could have done to play up, like really beef up the sound on that, and they kept it like mellow and more realistic. Like it felt more like oh shit, you're in the passenger seat watching something about to go down. You don't quite know what it is yet. I mean, you kind of know what's going to happen, and then you realize you're wrong. But like little things like that, like the kids running through the woods, and like all these different things happening. Where in a lot of movies they would really crank up the volume on that.
Right.
Like if somebody's running through the woods, you're gonna hear. And this,
You mean like Johnny?
yeah, that's it.
I'll tell you what, the cinematography was absolutely fucking stunning in this movie.
Spot fucking on.
It was absolutely fantastic. I mean, even at the end where, the kids, right? Now the kids are weaponized to turn on her, right? And as they're running through the doors and they're running through other people's homes and following that. Cinematography was absolutely
Well,
fantastic.
it also wanted to put you in their perspective too, right?
Loved it.
Because they went through the view and the lens of 6 different characters in this movie. You had Justine, who was the teacher. You had Archer, who was the parent that had one of the missing kids. You had Paul, who was a cop in town.
His was a little. We could talk about.
You had
it.
Marcus, who was like the principal of the school.
Yeah.
Right.
You had the rock star of the movie.
You had Junkie James.
And you had Junkie James,
Yes.
and then you have Alex, the kid, the only one that was left.
So Danny C, let me ask you this question, and let me pose this question to everyone. The way it was set up, telling the characters, right, and just kind of Justine, and you're telling their story, and it's all interwoven and it connects. Do you think that hurt the pacing? Because at some times it ramped up.
To stop.
And it was like, here we go, and then it stopped, and then we were introduced to another character.
See, I'm gonna go low and say my top all-time 30 movies. Go is one of them. So any movie that plays on that format, I fucking love it.
Okay.
And I do like that because it gives it more of an episodic feel. Like you're getting build up, boom, cliffhanger. Now we go off to this, builds up to that part again. You get the payoff, boom, another cliffhanger. Then we go on to the next.
For some,
guy.
it hurts the tension, right? It hurts. Like
I was so invested into this movie that
It didn't bother me.
I
didn't
did
bother
not
me
care,
either.
but it did bother my wife a little. I think she felt it was a little slow at times. Like, where's this build off going to pay off? And we'll obviously you get to that payoff, but that's what the first movie I thought of was the movie Go.
Yeah.
Of how this was kind of set up over that 24 to 48 hour period.
It's been so long, I kind of forgot about it, but I've heard that in interviews, he said Magnolia was like his biggest influence, I guess, stylistically from here, which, I mean, the movie itself does have a lot of like early like P.T. Anderson feel. Like I never thought to look up like the cinematographer and all, because even like some of the shots had like a similar feel as Anderson's, like especially some of his earlier work and all. But yeah, the first thing I went to was Go. I was just like, oh, I fucking love that movie.
I almost thought like there was one moment in the movie that when you got to the third act, and the third act was great, right? I mean, it really came on. But up until that point, it was almost, because this felt longer than it actually was. It was a runtime, like 2 hours, 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I think I looked it up right before I went in. It was like 2:08.
But the way
2 hours and 8 minutes.
the way the story was told, right? It fell. So there was one moment where I was like, this thing's gonna end soon.
Yeah.
Like it's gotta end soon. Like when are we tying this all up? Like when is it going to? And then it goes, and when it goes, it's just like it goes. And I absolutely loved the third act of this movie.
So I want to branch off. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen, there was a movie probably 10, 15 years ago called 11-14. And it was similar in a sense that you see someone's perspective. And as it plays out, you almost get like a little breadcrumb. And it was like you guys said, the cliffhanger, and then it goes back. And when it first puts Justine's name up and it goes through her character, I was sitting there and I was trying to wonder how this movie was going to play out. And then eventually we see her little arc at the moment and it goes to Archer. And it's not until you see him drive by the liquor store and see her entering. And then you kind of put two and two together because you remember the paint's in the back of his truck and it's kind of putting the pieces together. And I'm like, okay, I see what they're doing. So when they go to the next character, I already know what to expect. But I think Cregger does a great job because as soon as you start to think it's going to go one way, it goes another. And he did it with the cop and all the crazy shit the cop was doing. He did it with, the drug.
That poor fucking cop.
Show some respect, James.
Yes, James. And It
was actually a phenomenal.
Oh, James was
junkie.
great.
He was incredible.
He was a great
He was an
character.
incredible junkie in that movie.
He was a great
That's actually a
character.
weird fact. So that's the only guy. They were initially supposed to start filming weapons prior to the strike. And then when the strike happened, he was the only person that came back. And Cregger said he's going to use him in most of his movies moving forward because he loved everything about him. And the thing...
No, weapons.
Yes. So I know there's a lot of horror movies will get some unintentional comedy. But when he calls the cops to report that he knows where the kids are because he wants the $50,000 reward,
That was classic.
I'd never heard an entire theater bust out laughing
Yeah.
at the same time during a horror movie.
And he brought those comedic moments.
Yes, absolutely.
Junkie
In every
James
way.
was
In every way.
like you know, and we're gonna get into Glattis because Glattis is a
Yeah,
great fucking
yes.
character. Great fucking character. I got a little like James in the tent. She entered their nightmares a little bit. I don't know with the blood magic what she was doing, like, but she kind of fucked with them nightmare wise. I got that Pennywise vibe.
Oh, yeah.
From James in the when he saw
Yes.
her like in the hole with the like,
And he
it brought
freaked
me
out.
right back to
And he
fucking
freaked
Tim
out and
Curry.
ran to the tent.
Exactly.
And then Archer
And then
saw
he
her
fucking
at the top
hypodermics
in the
the cop.
ceiling.
Right.
Poor Paul keeps getting fucking hypodermic. He's like, "Do you have AIDS?"
Yeah, you got Justine. She's a teacher there that's freaking out. That wants answers. She don't know if she has them. She's an alcoholic. You can tell. So she's trying to cope with drinking.
Because she was drinking vodka through the whole movie? Is that how you
Yeah.
can tell?
That's exactly. So you can see her. She's getting beat up by everybody. Marcus, who's played by Benedict Wong, trying to protect her. She wants the answers just as much as all the parents do of what's going on. You can see she's got a relationship with Paul that ends up,
Or at least had
Paul,
one.
Paul's the cop, has had some type of previous past with Paul, who's the cop, and then you see her like, she's getting picked on. She gets the weird doorbell rings. She goes outside. She's got witch written across her vehicle. She don't know who did it. She then ends up, she wants to talk to Alex, and then you got Marcus, the principal, saying no, don't talk to Alex because he's so, he's gone through a lot. Don't make it any worse.
You need to do this for you, not
Right,
for him.
Right. And then it leads into meeting up with Paul at the bar. Paul's a recovering alcoholic at some point, I'm assuming, based off of future understanding. They end up going back and banging, and then she drops him off.
Donna pays a visit.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's actually married, right? I'm assuming I got that he was married, or that was his girlfriend or
I think it was a girl. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I didn't know if it was they were married or not, but
I mean, they were talking about babies, so.
Yeah.
so that's when it leads into the next part with Archer, where it gets the parent. Now, from his perspective, he's pissed off. He wants answers from the cops. He wants answers from Marcus. Now he's coping with the fact that his son is not there and he is missing him. He's just not the same person. He's going to sleep in his bed. Now he's getting these flashbacks, these weird dreams.
And that one weird dream, I didn't understand. Like, I still want to understand the
machine gun?
217 AK,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
The rifle up there too.
the machine gun. I didn't understand, and like, did I think it
think
was
it would-
connected to kind of like a lot of the shootings with children and things like that.
Because
I think a lot of people think that, but I don't think that's what
That's what the way I took it, because Archer, as the movie progresses, you kind of see that he feels like he doesn't tell his kid that he loves him enough. And if you notice, his son was the one that was bullying Alex.
Yeah,
the whole time.
yeah.
So I feel like it was that little fear inside
His guilt
him that
bleeding
maybe
into his dreams.
his
That's a
son
good point,
might do
Joe.
something down the road.
That's it. So like, I don't know how you guys felt, but like I immediately thought something's off with Alex. Why is Alex the only one that was spared? So I latched on to Alex and his issues. I mean, and they kind of, when Junkie James goes to the house and he sees, you just seeing the two people just fucking sitting there. And even when she goes, which was, we got to get into that scene.
Justine, right? She goes to the house of Alex.
That was a fucking scary scene.
Oh my!
Tell that scene,
yes,
Danny.
absolutely.
Oh, her first visit?
The first visit where she goes there, she ends up falling asleep.
In the
Right.
car. She's waiting to see what's going on at the house,
yeah.
right?
I was going to say that the car scene was like her fourth or fifth time at the fucking house. But the first time she went is just when she walked up and went around back.
But who
she
was the
saw
one that
them
saw?
through.
She saw
She
the
saw
two
them first.
people. She
Yeah.
saw them first, the mother and father, right?
Yeah, everybody told her to stay away from him, stay away from the house. So what does she do? She immediately goes to his house, saw the windows are all newspapered up, and then She's determined to find out what the fuck's going on. She did knock on the door. Nobody answered, so she walked around back, and as she's looking at all the windows, she noticed there's a tiny little gap in one of the newspapers there, because I guess who's actually going to come around back and look through the newspapers? And yeah, it just again, it was an effective jump without going over the top.
Exactly.
And playing
it was
up.
like a what the fuck
But
moment. Like,
as you
why-
got closer and you got to see inside there, you just saw a sofa and two silhouettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Enough
But-
to creep you out.
Exactly. But
And
that,
enough for her to knock over every fucking gardening tool on the planet.
But that scene where she goes there, she stakes out, she ends up falling asleep
In the middle of the night.
the middle of the night, and then you
Falling asleep or passing out.
She was
passing
she was
out.
drinking.
She was passed
drinking.
out. But and then the door opens and you
Absolutely.
see, you see the mom just come out and she's got
Fucking Evil Dead
crazy-
running.
Yeah, she's got this crazy fucking war, and it's like, I'm thinking, oh shit! Like at first I'm thinking, okay, here's another situation where someone's fucked up like that, and they're gonna go right past the truck, and then she's like stops right there, and
Yeah.
then gets in the back. I'm like, oh, that was the scariest.
She's got the scissors in her hands, running with scissors.
That was the scariest scene for me.
And then Justine
agree.
wakes
That's
up and be
scary.
like, "Oh, scissor me timbers." Sorry, too soon. What is it nowadays? Is it Mr. or Mrs. Garrison? I lost track of
I don't know.
they
I need
them's
to see the
fucking
new
life.
Yeah, but her running with those scissors, I thought it was so creepy, but I'm laughing at the same time. Like, I just thought it was like, oh my god, this is fucking great. Like her running out of the house. It's pitch black.
Oh yeah.
Justine is passed out in the front of the car. She's not moving, and then you just see her look in, and then she goes around to the car. The camera
It
is on
stays on
Justine,
Justine the whole time.
Yeah.
and then it's like
Yeah.
the door opens, and you're like, oh shit, some
Yeah.
shit's about to go fucking down. And then she just goes in, and she clips off a piece of hair, and all you see is her hands clip off a piece of hair.
Boom, Archer.
Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking great.
And that's what I mean. It's like it gives you a little bit, and then it gives us another perspective.
Yeah.
And each time, and that's the same when we get near the end of Archer's arc, when he runs into Justine at the gas station, when he's starting to put pieces together to try to figure it out, and then Marcus, out of fucking nowhere, is bolting.
Yeah.
All rage
with
virus
blood
stuff.
covered and everything, and he goes to attack Justine, and that's when we start to try to understand something, but we don't necessarily know what the
Yeah,
fuck is
Because now
going on.
Marcus was a principal.
And he's running
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
way that the
And
kids were.
he looks
Yeah,
like a fucking lunatic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So something's going on that it's not just the kids. There's something happening that's turning more of these whatever. But that scene was like they were fucking weapons, man.
Oh,
when you look at towards the end with fucking Junkie James, I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't stay down.
Yeah. And Paul's like eyes are like almost bugging out of his
Yeah.
head.
It's like, that.
I saw the one instance with Archer where he kind of starts trying to figure out where are these kids running to. So now he pulls out a map. He's looking at his camera and then where it's going. Now he goes and knocks on somebody else's door who lost their kid. He wants to see the direction. And when Justin Long opens the door, or does he meet him in the driveway?
Yeah, he just pulled up from work.
Paxton, right? She opens the door. And she's like, doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
She's like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with
Oh,
that.
yeah,
with
she
the
was
video camera.
pissed.
And then you see Justin Long in the
on in.
driveway. I was like, oh my god!
Of course,
this is
Justin Long is
another.
there.
They were both in Barbarian.
Yeah, as soon
so-
as he stepped out, I actually said out loud, of course.
If
Yes.
Justin Long would have pulled out a fucking tape measure at that moment, I would have lost
And,
it.
and his wife was pissed at him because
Yeah.
she didn't want nothing to do with
No.
it. And here he comes. Yeah, sure, I'll show you the fucking.
But then he
There you go. So Archer gets the coordinates, gets all everybody's like trajectory and all, and then Justin Long comes in and measures out the distance between all the lines.
There's one thing.
this
I'll
shit
bring up
much
one
quicker
thing.
if they went that
I'll
way.
bring up one thing later on about his appearance and what I thought could have been later. But
I do want to back up just a little bit. The acting across the board, I loved. The characters for the most part I loved, but I'd say almost the first half of Justine's story I fucking despised. Because when she comes up at that fucking board meeting, like everybody's losing their shit. Eventually through the movie, you find out she does genuinely care about these kids. So when she walks up to the podium and everyone's like, oh, fuck you. What did you do? What did you do? And for her to be like, I want to get to the bottom of it. It's like, you know what? Fuck all you people. I want to know just as bad as you. It sucks that it's my class, but I didn't do shit. but the fact that she was just real timid and like, what?
She made it more suspicious for her.
Yeah, so that right
that she was
as soon
fired
as she
from her
started,
other-
She was fired from a previous job.
Previous job. So all of that rolled into
for a similar incident.
for a similar incident. So
Right.
so
well, for her being too hands-on
But I
with the
did-
kids in a non-creepy
Yeah.
way. The other quick thing in her story that I despise is she gets home, there's banging on her door, there's all this shit going on. Fucking go upstairs. Like, to me, it bugged me that she actually went to see who was at the fucking door. I don't care if she had her little fucking thimble and mace and all that. Either you whip out a shotgun, a very large knife. I won't get in anything I may or may not have laying around my house. But if I'm going to answer a door when I know everybody fucking despises me, nah. Like that I'm either going with something very quick, very lethal, or I'm ignoring it.
listen, you go there with a fucking potato peeler and you show Evil Dead Rise the right way to do it.
Nah, that shit don't. That shit
So when I
don't
saw
work.
that, I did think of that that part, but
I was like, okay, they're doing it the right way.
It was better than an Evil Dead Rise.
yeah,
but
absolutely.
we'll get to that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two scenes with her, it was like
she was like, "What the?" She got scared. She was like, "What the fuck?"
I
You
did.
know?
I did love the
not the
board
best
meeting.
what the fuck in the movie, but we'll get there as well.
I did love the board meeting though, because I love that they did that as well, right? You had the concerned parents, right? So it brought a lot of realism that these parents are dealing with, like, what the fuck is happening here, right? Why all fucking 17 kids just get out of bed? They're watching in the Ring camera and just fucking run off. Like that is a great like start to a movie. That's a great concept, right? It's like, here's what happens, go.
And you jump right into it.
You jump right. It's,
Right.
The song, like I said, it didn't
Yeah.
take, but it was. I would have made a different choice, but
You also got Paul the cop, where you kind of find out that he's banging the chief of police's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a relationship, but also has a previous past with Justine, and it goes through that whole process.
They never actually say that, right? They just heavily imply that they have a past. I assume they did as well, but I'm just curious. They didn't.
So
flat out
his
say that.
girlfriend or wife or
Yeah.
fiance that is the chief of police's daughter obviously know that there's a past between them.
who apparently has all other ideas for a bottle of vodka, but again, we'll get to it.
Right. And dumping it on her. But I think Paul's character, where you see him now, where he comes in contact with this junkie, James, and
As he's trying.
Paul's too kind of a cop too.
No, Paul's the biggest piece of shit in the whole movie.
Yeah, but he was a little.
He's a pussy.
He was. Yeah, but that's what I meant. He was
He's
like,
a piece of
he's
shit
too
and he's a
kind.
pussy.
He's too kind. He's like, you sure you don't got none in your pockets, right? You sure?
Sugar.
You sure?
And then
There's no needles, right?
Then he got
No,
pricked
man.
with the needle.
He goes in and
He was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh.
And then he flipped the fuck out and knocked him out, but didn't realize he had still had his camera on.
Yeah, his dash cam.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, Paul. But poor Paul, man. The guy was taking some fucking. I've never seen anyone get stabbed with more fucking drug fucking hypodermic needles than this fucking cop.
I was gonna. If you cut it off at stabbed, then you didn't finish the movie. And nobody got stabbed more than.
Well, I just thought it was funny because I think you got to the part where.
Oh, I love that stab scene.
So you see, you got Paul. So this is under Paul's. You don't get to James's view yet. Right?
No,
So you got
no.
Paul, and you see that, who he's with, and then he has the interaction with Justine, and they're trying to do everything that's, to see everything that's going on. You get to him banging her, but previously he comes in with James, and then he basically says, "Don't ever come back here ever again."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
realized he's fucked. So
He's fucked.
like,
He's
look,
like, "I never want to see you again."
And then the kid was only coming back there later because he wanted his $50,000. How do I get this reward? Well, I know what these fuckers
So
are.
then it gets to James, right? And then you see him like he's a crackhead, right? He's a junkie, and he's doing all the things, like he's trying to get into people's cars, like he's on the phone and he's opening cars as he goes, and
Yeah, it's just routine for him.
and then he ends up, coming in contact and getting beat up by Paul. He gets punched and knocked down, basically told never to come. I never want to see you again. And then he gets something out of somebody's car, right, and goes to try and trade it in. At,
Oh
like,
yeah,
some
he
pawn shop.
steals the grade school girl's fucking backpack, and
he
it's
don't-
got like the Fisher Price tablet in there.
And he sees that there's a $50,000 reward for all these kids, and then it's like it puts it in your head that he's thinking about it, and then
the first time he went in with the tablet, he's like, I
don't want it.
I don't want it, and he's just like, oh come on, this is good. This is what I can get $50 for this, and he's like, oh, I don't want. And so that's when he goes gallivanting and it starts raining. Oh, there's a house that looks abandoned. Maybe I could find shelter in there.
It's got like 50 newspapers on the driveway, so I was like, that's smart. That's Zach.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, this is an abandoned house. You can make it more abandoned. The grass is like a foot long.
They were the ones that didn't fit in the windows.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes in there, and so now he's in the house. for a while.
stealing shit, and then he's freaked out because he sees.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah. Come on, hey, hi, I'm very sorry. Up, they're not moving. All right, let's go back to it. And then what was it that took him in the basement? Was he just looking for something down there, or
I think he was like,
I'm
wasn't
trying
he
to
like,
remember.
wasn't he like back, like upside down, like where he?
Didn't he
looked
fall?
Like, yeah, I think he fell, and
Yeah.
he looked
I think
like
he
sideways,
fell.
and
Okay.
he caught like a glimpse of the shadows just standing there. You see the kids just standing there in the basement. Right?
Yeah, and then had that moment of wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. And then so then all the shit he stole from that house. Oh, so yeah, you see him, he's
He's
bagging
picking
up
Willow.
all the silverware and all that shit.
It's like, oh, this is a good movie.
Oh,
He's like, he's getting like all the forks, and he's bringing it to that guy who doesn't want shit.
The pawn guy.
Yeah, the pawn guy. It's like,
So wait, he ended up giving him what, like $100 for all this
He
silverware?
took all the silverware.
But when
Yeah.
he's finally
But you
getting
see-
ready to leave the house, he turns around and mom and dad are no longer zombies. They're like, let's go, motherfucker. And I really thought he was going down in that moment.
So that was the first time you got into the house to see what the fuck was going on, because all you got was a glimpse from Justine, like looking in, and him.
And you just saw the silhouette.
Right, and you saw the silhouettes, and I think that was the first time where now you're in the house. You see all these fucking cans of Campbell's soup
Yeah.
that are in the house. So it's giving you different perspective, right? And now he has to go, and he sees the picture again, $50,000 if you have anything for the 17 missing kids.
And then it just clicks in that moment. Wait, I just saw a bunch of kids in a basement staring at the wall.
And what was that conversation when he got on the phone, Joe?
Yes. He was calling, asking about, when you call the cops and you're like, how about that $50,000 reward? And he knows where the kids are. And of course,
Well, wait,
As he's-
didn't he go shoot up before he made the phone call?
Probably, yeah.
Try to ease his nerves. And he was tweaking so fucking
and
hard
as
on
he
that phone
starts
call.
getting close to the police station, of course he sees Paul. And that's the perspective we saw a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
where he tells him to, and starts chasing
And you
him
know
and
it's
stuff.
coming.
Yeah, and that's what I said earlier. I liked how we got little breadcrumbs each time, but then it also went back and referenced those scenes like, oh yeah, this, and it gave us the conclusion of that.
Yeah.
Only to move on to the next. And
And then you go to the next perspective where it gets you up to that one.
Yeah.
You get the payoff, and then,
Yeah, and in that case too, it was like that Pennywise feeling, right? Because
Yeah.
now he's running away from Paul, right? And now he goes to his junky tent, that's in the woods.
yep.
that was
Now-
a nice tent.
So now he's about to freak out, right? And
Oh, yeah.
it
So,
opens up, and he's got all these needles in his hand, and you don't know who it is. Is this clown or clown-looking face of this person in the woods trying to chase you too?
yeah, you get this creepy clown lady just in the middle of the woods.
And boom, he opens it up and stabs whoever in the face, and here it was the fucking cop, Paul,
Of
that
course.
just got stabbed right in the fucking face.
Got like another like half dozen holes in his face now. And then he waited till that moment to like, you don't have AIDS, do you? Hepatitis, something.
There was I like what Cregger did as well is, with the whole Easter egg with it. He did that a little bit with The Shining too, and I know the 217 was the room from
That
the
was-
novel.
yeah,
right?
that
The
was-
Shining that was changed to 237. But so obviously a Shining fan. I got a little Shining vibe at the end when
Yeah.
the weapons were real.
I think he
Breaking
said
through the
that
door,
was
right,
intentional.
and
Yeah,
here's Johnny.
there's Johnny's scene.
Yeah, so I love like those little.
well, I
nods
also think
that he
it
gave.
wasn't a coincidence that Glattis was pulling from 2 adults and 17 children,
Let's talk about Glattis, man.
because that couldn't have been a coincidence.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can we?
I think she got what she can get, the life force
Yeah.
out of the adults, and she's like, this ain't working anymore. I need some fucking, go get me a,
How sweet.
something from
Fresh meat.
from each kid. So you got to feel for Alex, man. This kid was put in this situation. He couldn't tell anybody because he feared that his parents would get killed. I mean, Glattis came in and took over that fucking household. You don't even know if she was family or
Yeah,
what.
if it was really an aunt. who
Yeah,
knows?
I think I remembered her 15 years ago. You don't even know that. It's ambiguous, but she came in and laid down the ground rules. She instantly took the parents out
He
of the
could have been
equation.
the lady from Who's the Boss.
Yeah, and just
Mona.
took control of Alex. I mean, this poor kid had to keep with this. He had to live in that situation. He didn't just have to feed soup to his fucking parents. He had to feed soup to all the fucking
Yeah.
other kids.
Walk
down
into
there.
school carrying all the
I mean,
groceries.
bravo, Alex, man. This fucking kid, the strongest one in this fucking movie.
Absolutely.
He was the biggest victim / hero
Absolutely.
of the whole thing.
Absolutely. But let's talk about Glattis as the villain of this movie.
And you get her introduced when they're doing Marcus's, background.
Yes.
Because now you see, like, okay, he's got a partner, he's the principal, he's going through these issues, and then all of a sudden, he comes across Glattis is coming in to meet on behalf of Alex's parents.
So after Justine's first run at the house, she calls Marcus up and is like, I don't know what's going on, but there's something really fucking weird about this house. I really think you should talk to the parents. So in Marcus's story, he's in the office, and then his secretary or whoever comes up and is like, oh, your 2 o'clock's here. So he actually called for Alex's parents to come in, but allegedly they weren't feeling well. So Aunt Glattis came in to give him a talking to.
And that's when you're introduced to Glattis.
And she's kind of a funny character.
Yeah.
She's almost likable.
It's got the wig. You see the red wig. You got the red lipstick. It's like somebody from the 70s.
Yeah, it's like Mrs. Roper, like, just went too crazy with the makeup.
This is Roper with a little too much partying with Edward Furlong.
Exactly.
And there had to be a moment, I couldn't have been the only one, that when she asked for a bowl of water, you thought she was going to drink it like a cat or something.
That's what I thought.
So now she shows up. She shows up at Marcus's house. Him and his husband are having, what was it, Dave?
7 or 8 hot dogs, some chips or crisps for you UK listeners. What was there? Some like ranch or some sour cream or something, and then some carrot sticks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's what okay, now I get the hot dogs and carrot sticks.
And they were just going to sit down.
That's why I said
enjoy
peeled
each other's
carrots.
company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until Glattis
showed up.
Yeah.
And she's talking to them and saying, I need what was it, a bowl of water?
A bowl of water.
So this is where you see the blood magic ritual happen. Right now you learn, okay, this is what she's doing to basically possess these people, control them, and make weapons out of them.
She took an item from Marcus.
Yeah.
I said wrong, but Marcus. And then
Yeah.
that's when, with the twig,
Yep,
the tree.
she the road. I guess it was like a little like tree or something that she
You found out later under Alex. You found out that she brought this tree with her.
Yes.
Nothing exists. All the world.
And
Only
Bonsai tree. Trivia.
Marcus having to headbutt his partner to death was brutal.
Dude, that was a great like because it kept going. I'm like, this motherfucker is.
He literally destroyed it, and I forgot that until you brought that up now because there was so much about this movie, but that was amazing.
But the blood magic works where you got to get a personal get a personal object, whether it's hair or something of that individual.
Cut it with your blood, the thorn.
You got to wrap it around the twig. You got to cut your finger with the thorn, and then you got to wipe the blood on it, and then when you crack the twig, you set the weapon.
Yeah.
You activate them in motion
against
and
whoever they have.
The bell is like, okay,
the trance.
Go.
Yep.
And it's great.
Crazy. Absolutely.
Because the tables get turned later on Glattis.
Yes.
Well, when she's doing that, and then as soon as I saw what happened to Marcus's partner, and I saw the hair, and I was like, oh, Justine's next.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The blood on the face, right? You
Yep.
remember that running towards me.
Yeah, because you saw that earlier.
Exactly.
Under Archer's.
Exactly.
Scene.
And she weaponized Marcus to go kill Justine.
And him running through the town like a crazy nut. And it's like everything is just regular going on, like nothing's happening.
And again, the way they shot it, like him running, you see his feet, and it was all the hard cuts from like location to location. Like something about that just felt almost refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't get that. But usually they either follow them or you get from the front, from the back, different things like that. But the fact that they just, for the most part, kept that one angle and they just kind of did hard cuts to fast forward through. God knows how many miles he sprinted through.
They're fucking relentless, man. When they're possessed and they're turned to it, they are fucking relentless.
Because he went into the liquor store too, right?
Oh,
he was going nuts in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just like...
And tell me, after Endgame, all right, 2 of you. Tell me after Endgame,
I'll stay out of this
you
conversation.
did not want to, there was something missing. You just wanted to see that one-on-one between Wong and Thanos. And,
got it in
and
this one.
3 years, 3, 4, 5, whatever years later, we finally got
You finally got it.
Yeah. You're not spoiling. So when Glattis is introduced to Alex, right, when she comes over to the house and she takes over, right, she basically wants to scare Alex to know that you can never go against me.
This is Alex's story.
This is Alex's
This is
story.
the final chapter of the movie.
And now you start to see how she took over that family and what she started to.
The father's having a conversation in the car. Oh, your Aunt Glattis is coming. She'll probably be here for like a month or something or whatever. I don't even know who she is. And,
he basically said, looking at her, she probably ain't going to make it a month.
Yeah.
And she shows up and immediately takes control, immediately goes into her ritual, what she's going to do. the fork scene, man. So now she wants to show Alex, listen, I can make, look what I can make your parents do. And they're stabbing themselves with the fucking
And they're just going to town.
And they're just going like,
for like a minute.
Oh my God, this is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I could make them fucking eat each other if I wanted to. And it's like, if I'm Alex, I'm like, real fear. Like I am stuck. I have to abide by every fucking rule because this fucking crazy person, I mean, no one knows she's a witch, right? Until,
Well, she's an older witch that's suffering. It looks like from cancer, some sorts. Like
exactly.
she's suffering.
But she's old.
She's old. That she's trying to pull. She's trying to pull in by doing this ritual to become younger and healthier.
To
right?
like absorb the life force
of them. And
217s.
Yeah, I was listening to a review. I'm sorry to interrupt, Danny. I was listening to a review where they were talking about, because remember when she was saying he has a case of the consumption. Right? So consumption is almost like how it was back in the early 1800s or 1900s, tuberculosis.
Yeah, it became tuberculosis.
So when I ask, she's fucking old. She's like Game of Thrones, the red person witch that has just lived probably over 100. Like she's like some type of.
I love how in the moment, even as soon as she said that, Marcus was just like, I feel like I'm on the Oregon Trail again. He made some reference to Oregon Trail, which it didn't fully click the first time, and then later on I thought about it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, ye oldie West fucking diseases.
And then you get Alex's story, right? And then we're into the final act, right? And then it's like, we're back at the house.
Now she's like, I need more. It's like
exactly
the demented monster. I need more. I need you to get all your classmates. I need you to get something from every one of them.
Like Freddie with his buttered sausage pizza, and he was like, bring me more.
But yeah, that's how I took it. And then he went and grabbed like the signs that were on like their cubby holes or something.
Yeah.
That they all made on their own. And
except for Alex's, it said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. And so that's why he was exempt from the whole
curse.
Tesla.
And then she comes in, the teacher, Justine, comes in and is like, Alex, are you okay? And there's something that's going down at school, because she's like, Glattis is on Alex's ass. Like, you need to do this now, and you need to like, if you don't follow my rules, I'm gonna fucking kill your parents.
Yeah.
So then he feels like, all right, this is fucking nuts that I gotta follow what this lady says. I don't even know who the hell she is. My parents are fucking in a trance.
Stabbing themselves
in the face. I don't want them to die. I'm going to do everything possible to keep them alive. And then he goes to the school. He picks up all the signs off their little cubby holes, and she doesn't realize that because they're all fucking missing. But anyway, he takes them home to Glattis, and then Glattis works up her magic at 2:15 and then puts it into play at 2:17.
Yeah. Which, from what little I've heard, people are like, oh, what's the significance? And of course, anybody
There's
can...
like 4,000 significance.
Yeah, can come up with different theories and all that. I mean, everything nowadays, but especially something like this, it's definitely like a Rorschach test. Like, everyone's going to see that, and they immediately, no, that's what it means and all. I just look at it as, by the time she got her shit together and then got the performance, because now she's got to do it for 17 people. It's not just a quick prick your finger, do this. She probably had to do that over. So by the time Alex got home with all the shit, and then she got to do, because apparently this is a little more involved too. She had to shred the papers, mix it with the fucking mud soup or whatever, and all that. So this was a little more involved. So I just took it as he came home from school, gave her the shit, probably made sure everybody got their fucking soup, and then it was, it just happened. She just happened to complete the spell at 2:17.
And I love that they showed like all the kids just running into the house, and you got Glattis and Alex just standing there, and he's just watching his classmates just fucking run into his house like that. I mean, it's the more I think about this movie and digest it, the more I love this fucking movie. The more I think about it and listen to reviews and listen to different theories, like it grows on you, it stays with you.
So I want to go on a little rant before we maybe delve into the ratings and stuff like that, or talk about the conclusion. So online, after seeing this movie, like I said before, I always go on Reddit, and 99.9% of the people love this movie, or at least like it and say it's lived up to the hype, kind of. Yeah. Then I see a couple small people complain, and one of the very first ones I saw was someone say this movie was too predictable. I don't know how the fuck anybody
I wouldn't
could have predicted what was going to happen in this fucking movie.
As far as specifically what happened,
like, oh, you thought the kids were in the basement. Cool. That's not like making the movie.
Well, they give away in the first 15 minutes of the movie that there's a witch involved.
Yeah,
So, and then as soon as you see this weird, creepy fucking Pennywise bitch strutting around, it's like, all right, well, she's obviously the witch.
And like,
so, I mean, that
people
part
say
of it,
overhyped or shit like that. And most times, when you have an overwhelming, amount of people on one side of the spectrum, and then there's a little bit on the other, and the people that complain on the other side never give specific examples. Yeah, okay, too predictable. What's so predictable about it?
Yeah.
To me, I don't fucking understand those people.
I love story. I love character development. And this movie fucking nails it. And like I said, the more I think about it, since I went to see it yesterday, 24 hours later, it's growing on me more and more to where I'm actually loving it
Might wanna have
more
to get
and
that
more
looked
from
at.
when I first from when I first fucking left the theater. Right? It's that type of movie. So let's talk about the conclusion.
The Glattis element too. I got a little long legs vibe out of it too. Like some of the mannerisms and things like that. I was getting
over the top,
Yes.
conversation,
makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Actually, Glattis is if Longlegs and Aunt Bethany had a fucking kid.
A blessing. So I
Grace.
So now we're in the house, right? And you have the line of, I guess that's salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have they can't. Again, it reminded me. It took me back to Bring Her Back.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, step over that line. You
activate
the weapons, and they're coming at you.
It's a voodoo tripwire.
Basically, yeah.
Well, she basically says to Alex, and as you're going through, they've been there for a month now, right? And it's leading you up to every interaction. He's going to the store, picking up Campbell's soup every single day, feeding these fucking kids Campbell's soup with a spoon. Every single one, his mom and dad. And basically Glattis tells him, you're going to feed him soup every single day. And this kid's going back and forth to the store, carrying these bags every single day.
I'm guessing that bitch at least gave him a few bucks either.
Yeah.
Or do you have to tap into his allowance?
I read one comment where someone says, "Oh, I don't get it, man. Where'd the kid get the fucking money from?" Stop. What do you mean, where'd the kid get the money from?
That's called nitpicking. You know what I mean?
Really?
I mean, it did cross my mind, but it didn't take any points out of it.
Where did Kevin get the money from?
Exactly.
In Home Alone, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
bitch, that was a $14 million fucking house. They had cash in the drawer.
It's like I'm sure Glattis, has a few bucks hanging around for some fucking cans of Campbell's soup.
Yeah. And if she didn't, she probably found the money where the parents were hiding.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was like, really, is that what we're concerned about?
And just go into the third sock drawer, buried underneath the dildos a little bit, and all that.
So now all hell breaks loose, right?
Yes.
You got Archer, you got Justine in there, you got the parents, you got Paul, you got James, the junkie. They're all fucking weaponized.
Oh yeah, so she tells Alex, "Do not cross the salt line." 2 minutes later, Justine and Archer come walking in, and immediately, now obviously they knew nothing, but they walk in and it's like, "Don't cross the line!" Do right over the line, and the fucking rage virus activated.
Oh man!
Well, don't forget, Paul went there. He's going off James's hunch. James is in the police car. Before we get to that,
after he stabbed his face.
So now
5 hours later.
Yeah. So then he goes in there. He's like, "Wait a minute, what are you going to do?" Paul goes into the house, and now once Paul goes in the house, he's fucked.
And again, James is just that, you felt his frustration of being locked in the back of that cruiser.
Because he's like, "Are you going to get the reward?"
Yeah, probably that's what he's thinking.
Joe, I totally forgot about that, and that's another point. It's like the comedy that was sprinkled throughout this whole entire movie
was great.
And even James, he was just on point. But even the stupid shit Paul was doing made you laugh. It's just the little things that were sprinkled in throughout the movie. And I think I was going back and reading something about Cregger put this out for screenings, his test screenings, and things that he thought were funny, people didn't laugh at the test screenings. He pulled out and said, we don't need that. I don't need to add that. That's just for I thought it was funny, but he kept the things out there in there that made everybody laugh, which I thought was great because it wasn't too over the top. It wasn't too much of a comedy,
and then it would go back to the seriousness of the movie.
Right.
Yeah. And I absolutely love. So now you're again, there's a lot of battles going on. There's a lot of chases in the house. The parents are chasing Alex because
not a lot of lights.
Because Glattis tells Alex, "We're leaving tonight. Or we're leaving in the morning or something."
So,
and this is when the shit starts going down.
So and again, Alex, very fucking smart kid.
Yeah.
Right. Basically, just kind of,
shit's going down where they're all battling each other, and then Justine's going against Paul, right?
Yeah. With the potato peeler, which is fucking great.
Which
poor guy's face.
Right. So that's her, the guy she just got done screwing the day before or whatever. That she has something to pass with.
He's looking to stab her.
He
again.
wants to basically take her out, and she pulls out a peeler and runs it down his face multiple times.
So slow too.
Slow.
Man. Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, I said, "That's what Evil Dead Rise was fucking missing."
I said the same thing.
Yeah, but there was still no blood.
So there wasn't any blood.
It's like she's peeled off the bologna and there was like a slice of like fatty ham underneath.
But did you notice that when the parents started stabbing each other,
There was no blood coming
there was
out
no
of the
blood either.
Yeah.
That's probably a part of the magic.
Maybe.
That could
What
be.
blood
Magic.
there was
I'm
from
fine
Marcus'
with that.
partner.
Yeah.
When Marcus was bashing the head, the only blood we got was from someone that wasn't
Yeah.
weaponized.
I'll go with the possessed can't bleed.
But,
I'll
apparently it doesn't stop swelling.
Yeah.
But no, I'm totally fine with that theory.
Yeah.
But
yeah, me too.
that was the peel that was needed for Evil
Oh,
Dead Rise.
absolutely.
I thought of that and I was like, oh, I can't wait till sees that.
Absolutely. As soon as I saw that,
That
I'm
had
saying to
exactly
myself,
what
I'm
Evil
like,
Dead Rise was missing, a second swipe.
I leaned over because I was with Craig. I leaned over to Craig and I said, "That's what Evil Dead Rise should have done."
Yeah.
So now,
Chaos. You got the kid running through the house being chased
Pure
by the
chaos at
parents.
its finest.
Yeah.
So you got James
here's-
fighting Archer,
James fighting Archer, which
greatest
is
fight scene in the
comical.
movie.
oh,
Comical.
man, he doesn't stop, man.
He is relentless.
He doesn't. It's like stay the fuck down, and he just keeps getting up and getting up, and
Which is-
and they play it out for a while. There's like
Yes.
10 get-ups.
And actually, well, I don't know if you guys want to go back to the two dream sequences in the movie, but again, the best use of the word fuck.
Oh, Archer.
He got both of them
Yeah.
in this movie. But yeah, during the fight, and after like the fourth time, James gets back up, and he's just like you got to be shitting me, like what the fuck?
So
And it was almost like Evil Dead 2. Like, wow,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Evil Dead in this
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
movie.
there
so Archer was weaponized for a moment,
Yes.
right? He was possessed.
Yeah.
So but-
after we got rid of pesky Paul and James.
Yeah, but so and again, I know we'll get into it, but the whole narration, right? And they never came back can be construed as
Mentally.
They did come back mentally, right? Some of them are just starting to talk now. Some of them haven't even talked. The parents are still in some fucking nursing home eating soup, right? So I think maybe it's the length that they were possessed just fucks the brain up or whatever.
Or suck the life out of him at some point.
Exactly, the life force. But he came out back pretty quick, and I guess only because he was possessed only for mere minutes,
Yeah.
right? So it was like there was no long-term
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even.
And I love
forget
that they
days
did
or
that.
a month. This was like not even an hour.
And I love, to your point, Joe, the little details. I love that he did that, right? Like everybody from the time that they were possessed all have different outcomes. They all like,
But with the chaos, so this is all going on at the same time. You got Justine's battling Paul.
Yep.
You got Archer and James going at it. You have Alex
running from his parents.
running from his parents, and now they're doing the here's Johnny scene where he's got the mother's head is coming
yeah,
through
because
the
he
door.
decides, you know what, fuck it.
Fuck it, I wanna
they
see what happens.
They really build up that little tiptoe over the salt line.
Right, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
going through every room. He's trying to stay away from them, and then he actually has a piece of Glattis's hair
From
her wig.
I was going to say, was it from the wig or like
It was the wig. It
One
was
of the
one of
few
her-
hairs
yeah.
she got back after.
I thought it was.
Yeah, because she looked old as fuck when you see her in her
Right.
natural element.
I mean, again,
Yeah,
it's something of theirs. So even if it was the wig, I mean,
so and
name tags work. So I think a wig's going to be fine.
So he performs the same ritual that he saw her doing, and that caused everything to go. So he's like, "All right, well, I'm going to turn the tables on you, and put it around there,
Yeah.
and then perform the same."
You're terminated.
So
fucker.
before we get to
Yeah.
that, though, let me get your guys' opinion. So you see her when all 17 kids are down there, right? You see her in the corner, right? And she comes out and she's all witchy, right? She's
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like-
so after they dispatch Paul and
Yeah, yeah.
James,
So like, what is she doing? Like, how is she sucking the light? Like, again, they don't tell you that. They don't go into that. But I'm curious about like she's down there hanging out with them. What is she doing to them to take their life force?
see, I
Stay
took
young.
that as
She
I
breathing
think-
like smoke out of
I
her
mean,
fucking
I
mouth
mean,
or
there
something?
could have been the tangible element of her like physically sucking the life out of them in some way, or
like taking of Deborah Logan.
I didn't even. Yeah, you just saw her fucking.
She looked just as old as her.
She did, yeah. I
But-
got that vibe too.
But in the moment, I was just thinking like she just knew somebody was coming in that basement, so she was preparing for that jump scare.
yeah,
But I didn't think of that. Maybe she went down there to feed. That's why it was like, don't cross the line, and as if she set the parents up to protect her in the room, even though she was in the fucking basement.
yeah, because they were
So
kind of
I didn't think
standing
that
guard.
part of it. But another thing I liked in the fight there, so you got Paul, up against Justine there, and of course they build it up like he's going to beat her and all. She finally gives him a reach around, grabs his gun, and then But I like how she had to take 2 shots though. Like she pulls the gun up and doesn't she shoot him in the throat?
Shoots him in the throat.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of like it stunned him a little bit, and then she goes for the fucking
goes for
head.
the head, yeah.
I like that little touch.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Strange Darling, how it got the fucking neck. But yeah, just that. It wasn't just that full blown badass heroic like I got your gun, bam bam. Like she missed in a sense. Like
And we forgot about Marcus's death, right? How he gets when he's running in the fucking car.
Oh, he gets taken
He
out.
just gets.
Oh yeah, because Justine does make it back to her car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes right through a red light, and the
Yeah.
cars are coming in opposite direction and wipes him out.
And
But-
how about that? Maybe I don't know who's the worst NFL team right now? Because fucking Archer's fucking save there in the liquor store. Like Marcus
the
is just
tackle.
about to grab it, and he's wham T-bones him right through the fucking cooler.
Yeah, that was a good.
That was a Goldberg spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now at the end, right? Alex weaponizes the 17 kids.
Yes.
To go after Glattis now, and Glattis knows that shit.
She's fucked.
Coming. She's fucked, and she's scared, and she takes off. And that is the
That was one of the best scenes.
absolutely, dude.
Yeah,
That
fucking
did
incredible.
that give you goosebumps watching that? As soon as it was like, is this fucking about to happen?
It was in pure daylight, which was
The
fucking
second
fantastic.
the kids come up, you know what it's leading to.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, please do it, please.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hear the stampede off the
the kids yelling and they're just going.
And we run with them for a while.
They're
Like,
going
we're
through
running
house to house.
houses, they're eating breakfast. Like, what the fuck is
They
going
build
on?
up
Mowing
to
the
it.
lawn. It was great.
And then
It was
there's
great.
that part where you see her running down the street and she looks over and there's Ferris's dad right next to her, and
They went through every house, and then you got Archer that's also chasing at the same time going through, and the reactions of the people that everybody's like
it's
he's picking up on the reactions of shit just went down in people's houses, and you're getting their reaction while you're watching. And all the kids go after Glattis.
and again it was brilliantly shot and it was edited.
Oh, the busting through the
Perfect.
windows.
Because
Yes.
you got the best
Yes.
of both worlds. It didn't feel disjointed or anything. Like you saw the chase happening, but when they cut to him following the chaos, like it
saw
still
the after-
felt
yeah.
like you didn't feel like you were missing one or
Yeah.
the other. Like
Yeah.
they cut in between them just perfectly that you got to enjoy the full experience of both those things happening.
Exactly. One fast, one slow. Like the aftermath of it. And then they catch her. They catch her on the lawn.
And then
And this-
she's like, choke on it!
Yeah, right? That's what I got Day of the Dead. I also got a little Hatchet vibe,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
You know?
Oh, the ripping of
Oh,
the
the
head.
ripping of the fucking head, yeah.
The way she got mutilized,
Oh, I loved it. They tore her
the
the
kids
fuck apart.
tearing her limb for limb
And I love that you do that and have those kids do that in a movie, man. Show that shit.
in daylight.
In daylight, man.
Yes.
Bravo.
That was for those that to bring her back was too disturbing. So it was like, all right, now the kids are
Yeah.
gonna fuck
Hold
some
my
shit
fucking
up.
beer.
It was amazing. When it first started happening, I got goosebumps, and I was like, "This is literally my favorite horror movie of the year, and one of my favorite that I've watched in such a long time." And it's still a lot to digest, but with just watching that part, I was looking for one thing. I thought that as they were going to go through all the houses, somebody was going to take out Justin Long for some reason. I was waiting for it. I was
They
like,
go through his house
Yes.
and like he's just standing there and you get the and they stampede.
they
him.
stampede him, or something happens where he falls down and his head goes through like some type of post or something.
Okay, there's
I-
wait, is this the first movie for Justin Long to survive?
Yeah, I thought I was waiting for something. I was like, are they going to throw another like?
Wait, did anybody stick
Easter
around to
egg.
the end? Was there a post-credit
There
scene
was
where
not.
where he just like grabs his chest and falls over?
I guess the only downside is if you take him out, that's technically a parent of one of the children.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
one
There
of
was
the
no
kids
there was
ends
no
up
need.
not
There was
with
no
a
need.
happy
Yeah.
end.
Glattis was the one female that was taken out, and I believe there was 5 other male deaths
Yeah.
or 4 other male deaths. So
And I just love the wrap around.
No
with
need
the,
for
with the
people to bitch
narration,
about
right?
this.
The narration to start it,
movie.
and then the narration to
Yes.
kind of end it with
yeah.
you know.
So
kinda-
Archer finally sees his son again,
yeah, yeah,
and he has that
he's-
reconnection with him,
and
and,
he's
then
a
you
shell.
feel
Well,
right.
again, a
Shell.
physical reconnection. That kid was fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That kid was
he
like-
was comatose.
Yeah, they were all
Yeah.
comatose. There was, you know,
And then, the narrator comes out and said, you know, some kids would eventually start talking again. Some
Yeah.
kids would come out of it.
Alex went to live somewhere else. You know,
Yeah.
does Alex still control? You know, is Alex still in control of some shit? I mean,
we could hope.
I don't know.
Originally, I heard that Glattis also had a part on her own.
Yeah, apparently there were a handful. Well, I heard that he shot the ending differently, and then they told him to change it. But if I heard correctly, it was he was going to end it at Archer walking off into the sunset with his kid over his shoulder. And then, so I'm guessing it was just the narration that got tagged into there. And yeah, I thought I heard that too, that there was a Glattis segment, and I think there was something else.
So they pulled it out, and then they ended up funneling it through Alex's segment. So you got
which it worked.
You got a lot more of the story there.
Because
which I thought was fine. Like I didn't need at 6 people when you get 6 different perspectives. That's a lot for a movie, and it was already long enough.
I mean, I think Paul's story fucking blew. Like, I didn't give a shit because the whole time you just learned more and more what a piece of shit he was. It was just a gateway to get the fucking James's story. Is the fucking star of the fucking movie.
When I saw Glattis, I was trying to figure out who she was in the theater, and I was like,
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Yep.
It was Shanice. From Uncle Buck.
What else was Amy Madigan in?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. That was the other one. So that's when I was going through, and I was like, shit. What else was she in? Streets of Fire.
Oh.
Gone Baby Gone. I think
Michael Paré, Streets of Fire.
Michael Paré, Streets of Fire.
Antlers. Keep going. Let me.
She was in some Bull Street.
And she did so well. I think there are people who are like, she deserves like to be up there for her role as Glattis should be up there for an Oscar at some point, like, or Golden Globe or something.
Yeah.
For her role.
I love that villain. I love that character. I love Glattis. I would love to see a prequel. I would love to see Glattis' story.
Well, I
the
think
witch.
so.
I would love to see that.
So I think it was just greenlit yesterday that a prequel. They're already talking about a prequel.
Really?
Yeah. As soon as he raps on.
If they can make it
Resident Evil.
Glattis, I'd be down for that, man.
Yeah. As soon as I saw somebody at work, that was the first thing she said. I need to see Glattis' backstory.
Yeah, I need to see Glattis' backstory. Absolutely. Do we want to rank this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, but I would love to rate it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right, man. Rank, rate.
All right. 1 to 10. How would you rate the movie, JC?
So I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. When this movie ended yesterday, I liked it. It grew on me. Like I said, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, holy shit. The more I thought about scenes and watched it, like it just grew on me. I didn't like really, really love it as much as I do now when it first ended. Because I had a lot of questions. I had it like, I was still digesting it. And even Craig turned to me and he's like, so what'd you think, horror expert? And I'm like, yeah, I said, bring her back and, weapons right there for me, right? But now just thinking about it and having the chance to talk about it, and I need a second watch is absolutely necessary for this.
A lot to take in.
It was a lot to take in, and I need to, when I see movies, I need to digest it, I need to think about it, and I start to like it even more.
And we're all old, so we need the research purposes. And
This movie is right now the best movie of the year for me. Bring Her Back is very good, and it's right there, but Weapons is just an amazing movie for so many reasons. I'd rate this as a 9.5. I give it a 9.5. I think it for what it is, it's almost the perfect movie. For what it's trying to tell and the character development and the villain and just the breakdown of the different segments of the movie and the way it ended, it is almost it is close to perfection. And this director,
this was one song away from a 10.
The song. I'm not gonna lie. When I first sat down, I'm watching it, and it started, and I'm like, "What the fuck am I listening to this, man?" I'm like, I want to be scared. I want to and you're not getting me off to, you're taking the whole creepy vibe of these kids running away right out of the. But again, you overlooked that. For me, this is an amazing movie. I don't know what movie will top this. I don't think there's a movie coming that's going to top this movie for me, so this might end as number one, but I loved it, and I think I'll love it even more when I see it a second time. But I wasn't in love with it when I first left the theater. 24 hours of just thinking about it and now talking to you guys about it and really, like it's just, I'm piecing it all together and oh wow, that, and love this fucking movie. 9.5.
Okay, I'm really stumped on rating this, and I've actually been thinking about it like all fucking day. As a movie, 8.5. As a horror, maybe a 4. I laughed more than I was anxious, scared.
Oh, it wasn't scared.
It was like a drama mystery with a little thriller sprinkled in it. Amazing movie. Like I said, I fucking loved I thought, again, the sound was great. The cinematography was fucking amazing. I think everybody's acting was on point. Like every element, like I said, and being a huge fan of Go, I love that format, and he executed it very well. He gave you just enough, because you can't just, like with any genre, subgenre, fucking any kind of style and all, you could try to replicate a thing and not know what makes it great, and you're going to drop the ball. So just going in like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this in the style of Magnolia, you're not guaranteed that's going to work, but he knew what to do to make that, whole perspective thing work. So again, as a movie, I loved pretty much everything about it, but
you have 2 ratings. I don't know if you could have.
This is the first time this ever happened.
Well,
so I don't know if
to go after him, because I'm gonna close with something.
I don't know if I should just average that out for now. Like I said, as a movie, I loved it. I walked out of there not like, I felt even the jump scares were effective, but I didn't flinch at all.
It wasn't scary. I mean, there was a couple of scenes,
like
but
the car scene. There were some scenes, the dream sequences. Like, yeah, it was good at building tension, but I figured this was more, like I said, like a mid-level like thriller.
Did you think Bring Her Back was really scary?
I had more of an effect from Bring Her Back than this.
Okay.
As a movie, or I'm sorry, as a horror, I liked Barbarian more than this.
Oh, okay.
As an overall movie, I probably like this one more.
I'm just giving it. I'm just giving it.
I'm worried I might be the only one that loved it.
No, I mean,
I didn't even love it when I walked out of the
I'm going to give it a rating as a movie as a whole. I know about the horror piece and whatnot, but I'm just going to give it as a whole. What I thought of it. But
well, go ahead.
I saw the movie. I was the first one out of the group to see it.
Yeah.
It was a Friday night
when
it first came out, and I was engaged with the movie from the beginning through the whole entire way. I absolutely loved it. I loved the character development, the little Easter eggs they planted throughout each character change. I laughed enough to where it wasn't too much, right? One of my favorite horror movies of all time is Return of the Living Dead, right?
Yeah.
Horror comedy
Sure.
at its best.
Sure.
For me, it's one of the movies I truly love.
Yeah.
This has some sprinkles of the same stuff, right? It's
Yep.
not the characters had some really good chemistry too, some likable characters, some ones you're not too much about, but the story overall on how it flowed and how they got to the ending, I thought the last half hour, the third act of this movie, was so awesome. I was so into it. I just loved every aspect of it. I did listen to some reviews, stuff about here and there about people nitpicking at it. It's not one I want to go ahead and nitpick at this moment. If I had to give a rating out of 10, I did find that there was a lot of horror for me. I thought it was enough horror in there. Some of the kills and the attacking and going, as you're weaponized to take out who you're geared to take out. There's a lot of shit that went fucking nuts. It wasn't to the Terrifier 3 effect in an Art the Clown, but it was enough for me to really enjoy, have a good time, and I would give it, for me right now, as a 9 out of 10. And that's pretty high because I don't really give out those type of ratings like that. But I really, really, truly love this movie. I really enjoyed it. I know some people were like, it's a little slow, but I think it had me from the beginning. I saw both trailers leading into this multiple times where I was trying to figure out certain things about what the movie was. And when I got in there, I got totally something different than what I originally thought, which is great for me. It had little perspectives of Shining. You had a little Evil Dead. You got Witchcraft, Pennywise, right? It's one of my favorite horror movies as well. So,
does it count as Blair Witch that not only did you have the camping in the woods thing,
had the sticks,
but then
twigs.
Sticks played a big part in it, and you had a ton of kids staring at a wall in the basement.
That's true. That's true. And I love me a good
now
one.
there's another reason, right? You probably like it even more.
9.6.
9.8.
No, I'll stick with the 9.5. I probably should be in the 9 territory with Dan, but I'll give it a 9. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is the best movie. When I saw that, I'm like, this is definitely the top of my list for the movie this year for a horror movie.
Bring Her Back is very close.
Yeah,
Very
I don't.
close.
I guess I'm still digesting Bring Her Back. I know we talked about it. We did review
Yeah, so is
it.
Ollie.
I don't think any movie coming out this year will go near.
This is
Bring Her
one of the
Back
best
or
movies I've
Glattis.
watched in the last 5 years. I feel like.
Well,
And I'm
Great
sure
movie.
that had the same effect on Joe when he loved Strange Darling, right? I know you were a big fan, and I love that. You know, that's another one too. It went in different. You got different perspectives, right? When you went through different times, right? But Joe T, yeah, I'm excited to
I
hear
wanna
your.
hear Joe
All
here.
right. So sadly, some of you guys already took some of the steam out of what I was going to say. You'll know when I repeat some of the same hits. So
Sure.
obviously, in the first half of the year, I saw a lot of movies, Hard Eyes, The Monkey, and they were fine. They were pure chaos, like I always say. And it wasn't until Sinners that I felt a movie really stood out above the pack. Then we saw Bring Her Back, and I've yet to have a chance to give my thoughts on it, and I'm going to do that really quick before I get into weapons, because this is a weapons episode. I thought Bring Her Back was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
The grief and the trauma and everything about that movie, the killing of the brother, which I didn't think they'd have the balls to do, and the ending scene of having her, and to even be able to gain some sympathy of a character that was so fucking terrible, with her laying in the pool with her daughter's corpse, was a fucking moment in a horror movie that I'll never forget. The fucking blade in Ollie's mouth was brutal. It was so fucking good. I would have given that a 9. And then Weapons happened. And to me, Dave and I did an episode where we covered the first half of this decade, and I think this movie is easily the best movie of the decade so far. I think it's incredible in every way. I think when we just did an episode on things that just missed the mark, I thought this fucking stuck the ending perfect. It stuck the landing. I loved every aspect about it. When you get two top-tier actors like Julia Garner and Josh Brolin in it, it adds another level to it, because they can also bring out things within a movie that some of the lesser-budget movies might not be able to do. But the kid that played Alex, I thought was fucking incredible, and he made this movie. And the last part, when it was his story, you got to understand what he was going through and the trauma and what he had to be dealing with, and he couldn't say a fucking word. And to me, it's a 9.5. It's hard to ever give any movie a 10. I don't even know if I could ever do that, but this is easily a 9.5. And I don't see, like you guys said, I don't see any movie coming close to it this year. And the people that said it was boring or it was too predictable, or I don't know what they were expecting. I made sure I went in as blind as possible. And sometimes that helps. Sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like anyone that really disliked this movie, and it's not to be like movie snobbish or anything, I feel like they were going in expecting something else. Whereas if you just watch the movie...
They wanted an A24 movie.
If you watch the movie for what it's worth, the little nuances that Zach Cregger did and sprinkled throughout the movie, everything made sense. I can't say enough about it. I think it was fucking incredible.
For me to message that as soon as I got out of there, and that you had the same feeling, I think, when I saw that, it was like no words, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
hope
was-
that's a good, like, I didn't know how to take that, but
Better to lead there,
I
buddy.
took it that you loved it. When you said no words, I knew that there was something here. That this was going to be a great ride. What'd you rate it?
A 9.5.
9.5.
I was surprised you did. I thought I was easily going to have the
No,
highest rating.
and like I said, if you were sitting with me in that theater when the movie ended, you would have probably thought I was, 7, because I was still digesting it.
It's a lot.
I was still like, how do I feel about? But this movie is growing on me at a rapid fucking pace.
I can't wait to watch
I can't
it.
wait to watch it. I need to go see
That's
this in the movie theater again.
The one difference,
I need
I
to
will
see it
I
again.
will rewatch this movie.
I can't wait for allegedly.
I don't know if I will ever go back to watch Bring Her Back. I think the movie is incredible, but it just hits different.
See, I've watched it twice already.
These two movies, while both phenomenal, I can watch this movie over and over. I don't know how many times I could watch Bring Her Back.
I could talk about this movie for hours too. Weapons.
I like how Joe was telling me little nuances that I didn't even pick up on until
The
he
can
tells
of
me.
soup. The can of soup was fun.
And I'm like, fuck. It's like you have to go back and you pick up on little things over and over.
Two things came to mind while everyone was talking. I have been listening and paying attention, but two things did pop up. One, I did the math. In other words, I pulled out a calculator and all, and I figured if I were to average out my 2 grades, it comes to a 6.25. But I am going to bump that to a 6.75 because one thing I did hear about it is that fucking Pascal.
He was supposed to be Archer, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Archer. So fuck you, Pedro. I think Brolin nailed it.
Absolutely.
And
Elizabeth Olsen, I think, was supposed to be the role of Justine.
now that stings a little because I think she's fucking amazing.
She is.
But Yeah, I think Brolin fucking owned this role, and I can't even begin to imagine. As soon as I heard that it was supposed to be him, like, I can't imagine him playing that part anywhere in the ballpark as Thanos did. So, for that alone, I'm going to bump my average up to 675. And yes, this is something I do intend to watch many times over. Like, I'm probably going to try and squeeze another theatrical viewing for this. And then once I can get my hands on it, either a physical copy or streaming, I'm all in with that. And again, with the splitting of the ratings too, which, going back to fucking Anderson, like, Boogie Nights is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's not a fucking horror movie. Like, I enjoyed this on that kind of level. Like, I love the characters. I was invested in their stories. Like, in the beginning, like I said, fuck Justine. I think she made a few shitty choices and all that. But again, if that's the way the character is written, so be it. It's not going to take anything down on it. But by halfway through her story, like, I almost forgot. Like, oh shit, yeah, this town wants to find the kids. Even though the cops already gave up on that shit and all. But it was like, I got so interested. I wanted to see where their stories went and how they were all interconnected. And then it was like, oh shit, yeah, we got to get back to this mystery of what happened with them. And then fucking James came to save the day and all.
So that's Weapons.
Yes.
That's Weapons.
If you have not watched this movie, go watch it.
Absolutely.
You need to go watch this and watch it for what it's worth, because it is a gem. To me, it was definitely a gem, and I could say I know I saw a lot of people on social media, some people on Reddit shitting all over it. This is boring. This isn't what it was.
It's
like
the most boring-ish.
Right, and I could understand if it wasn't. Sometimes it might get slow for people, like they're waiting for something to happen. But I think we're really immune to that by now. Like, we already know what kind of happens in horror movies, and we understand how movies are laid out. And sometimes people that don't really understand and you know how movies get laid out, and they're not same cookie cutter. This is the original concept idea.
Yeah,
it's not the same
exactly.
cookie cutter idea.
Amen. Absolutely.
That they're probably looking for at times.
Absolutely.
And that's probably where I was like, it's not for me. Well, it was for me, and hands down.
Hey, to each his own, right?
To each his own. I'm not killing it, but when I saw some of those reactions, I was like, I mean,
what was it a little bit slow at times? Yeah, there was some point to it, but you kept with the characters, you kept with the story. It was never boring to where, like, oh man, I just want this fucking movie to end already. I never thought that at all.
At almost
I was
2 hours,
invested into every At
over 2 hours, not once did I have.
Did you look at your watch?
Yeah, I didn't even think. Not even like, I resisted the urge to look at the time. Like, the thought never crossed my mind.
I was completely invested, right to the end. And like I said, this movie just is growing on me more and more. The more I talk about it, the more I love it. And I can't wait to see it again, because now I will go in with a fresh set of eyes.
And I'm sure
I'll probably enjoy it more.
And I'm sure when we do our year end,
and
you're gonna
young minds.
You're gonna get that perspective that probably give that. Hey, how was it?
I feel like this movie might win some award.
It should, and this is a director
in the Oscars, the Golden Globe.
I love Barbarian.
Barbarian was great.
I love Barbarian.
This is a director to watch, man.
Yeah,
this is a director
I think I gave Barbarian
to watch.
an 8.5 or a 9, but I fucking love Barbarian, and I know so many people fucking shit all over it. They don't.
I don't know why you would shit on that movie.
It's just his movies just hit different.
Yeah, and he was a comedian, right? He was his
one of the whitest guys you'll know.
Yeah. He was all kind of.
Kudos to Zach.
Yeah, just a great movie. It was a great treat to have this movie drop, and it lived up to the hype for me. So
yeah.
This was supposed to come out in the beginning of 2026. That after they got through the test screenings and it had got such good reviews, they pushed it to get released sooner than later. So kudos to them on capitalizing on it, getting that out there so they don't ruin it for everybody.
If genuine reactions were that this was the greatest movie of all time, like, that's different. Now, again, going back to Longlegs, like, that was, I'm sure that was based on a few reviews, but, we had 6 months of the most terrifying thing to touch a screen in a decade.
That was less horror than this.
I feel like there were a decent amount of similarities with this and that as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, Longlegs definitely got Aunt Bethany all knocked up, and that's the only reason why we have a Glattis. But
and I think that's when I posted on social media. It was like, go meet Longlegs, like that feel, that vibe of that action.
I mean, like, you had somebody performing rituals in order to, like, fuck with people, and there was face smashing in both movies. So I guess we'll come up with a definitive multiverse tie-in with these movies. But like I said, like Longlegs being marketed as the most terrifying thing, where people were walking out like, holy shit. Now, how much of that was organic? I'd like to think 95% of it was like legit reactions to it. But it besides me avoiding anything I could coming up to watching it, like I never got a sense like they were pushing this to be. It was just like, yeah, you like Barbarian? He did another thing. Here you go check it out. And that's all I knew going into it was the kids disappear, they all disappear at the same time, and it's the Barbarian guy.
Yeah.
And I think that helped a lot with this. Because if they came out saying like, oh, this is now the new most terrifying thing in a decade, then you know what? I probably wouldn't even bother going to see it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't marketed hype. It was just a lot of people were loving it right out of the gate.
Yeah. It's a great movie. It's deserving for everyone.
It's rewatchable.
It's rewatchable, and anyone that has any
anybody that
for
disagrees
horror,
is wrong.
Just go.
You'll have a character you fall in love with in the movie too.
Go see. I fell in love. I mean, I loved the Alex character. I love that kid. That kid, like I said, he was learning what he had to go through and seeing how the things that he had to do to overcome it, and the smarts that he had, right? Like, you know, to initiate, you know, his own parents' weapons on him to try to. I mean, bravo for this fucking kid. He was my bet. But I love Junkie James too. Junkie James was fucking.
He was fun.
I was going to say I still
fun.
stand by James as the MVP.
He was.
I laughed the most with him, and he was such a
guy.
natural at it. It was funny. So,
all right, guys.
all right, very good.
Very good. Weapons, baby. Love it.
Check it out.
Love it.
Fucking go.
I need to go see it again.
see it again.
Yeah. Be well. Be safe. Stay fucking creepy, y'all.
Peace.
Doodles.
Broadcast completed.
You've been listening to What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. Be sure to come on down to excellentdayforapodcast.com, where you'll find our entire catalog. And for your convenience, every episode contains a link where you can text the nerds. Want to throw some praise? Some critique? Perhaps you have a suggestion for a topic you'd like to see us tackle. But while you think about that, you can also check out the connections to all of our socials, including our YouTube channel. Give all them a visit. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everybody you know. And for those feeling a little extra generous, there's also a button where you can support the show in other ways. Every bit of support helps. Well, that's it for this episode. And remember, stay creepy and keep talking some damn horror.